Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a skill that can honestly make or break any team: effective workplace communication. We're going to explore why some teams just click and others, well, they just don't, and how you can be the person who bridges that gap.
All right, first up, let's talk about a problem that I'm pretty sure we've all felt at some point. I call it the synergy disconnect. It's that strange situation where a team is full of really busy, talented people who somehow just aren't moving in the same direction.
You know that feeling, right? Everyone is busy. Tasks are getting checked off, emails are flying back and forth. But you just get this sense that you're all rowing in slightly different directions. It's a classic case of a whole lot of motion, but not nearly enough forward momentum.
And this, right here, is the core of the issue. When that communication breaks down, even the absolute best individual efforts can grind the whole machine to a halt. It just leads to wasted time, duplicated work, and ultimately a failure to produce the best possible results. Misalignment? It's the quiet saboteur of success.
So how do we fix this? How do we fix this disconnect?
Well, the answer isn't throwing more meetings on the calendar or writing longer emails. No, it's about really mastering the communication solution that bridges that gap between all that effort and the results we're all after.
See, effective communication isn't just about talking more. It's about streamlining how information actually flows. The goal is super simple but incredibly powerful. Get everyone, and I mean everyone, from leadership to the front lines, operating from the exact same playbook.
And the goals here, they're totally tangible. We're talking about boosting teamwork, so the whole really is greater than the sum of its parts. It's about improving collaboration so that great ideas can flow freely without getting stuck. And ultimately, it's about producing those outstanding, optimum results that everyone is working so hard for in the first place.
Now, to really master this stuff, you have to understand its two fundamental components. You see, every single message we send is actually two messages in one. There's the verbal part, and then there's the nonverbal part. And I'll tell you right now, one of them is way more powerful than the other. So on one side, you've got your verbal communication, the specific words we choose, the literal message we're trying to send. But then on the other side, you have the nonverbal. And this is, well, it's everything else. It's your tone of voice, your posture, your gestures, whether you make eye contact. It's the music behind the lyrics. It's what conveys the real underlying feeling.
We spend so much time crafting the perfect email or choosing just the right words in a meeting. But the real power, so often, lies in what we don't say. So let's explore this unspoken power that can completely define a conversation. I mean, think about it. The leader who inspires confidence just with a steady gaze, or the colleague who shows they're totally locked in and listening just by nodding. They're sending incredibly powerful messages without saying a single word. This kind of communication is primal, it's immediate, and it is so influential. Let's look at some real concrete examples. An open posture, uncrossed arms and legs, that tells people you're receptive, you're confident. But the second you cross your arms, you're sending a signal that you might be defensive or closed off. Maintaining good eye contact, that builds trust. Fidgeting, on the other hand, can make you seem nervous and totally distract from your message.
So here's the bottom line. Your body language is always sending a message. And that message can either reinforce your words, making your communication powerful and super clear, or it can contradict them, creating confusion and mistrust. Just imagine saying, "I'm totally open to your ideas," while you're leaning back with your arms crossed tight. Which message do you think actually lands?
Okay, so we get the problem and we know the different components. Now for the most important part. How do we actually put all of this together and truly, finally master our message? It really just comes down to a simple three-step process. Step 1, before you even open your mouth, just be crystal clear on the one core message you want to send. Step 2, align everything else. Consciously choose the body language, the tone, the gestures that are going to reinforce that message. If you want to convey confidence, be confident. And step 3 is where you achieve. When your verbal and your nonverbal messages are perfectly in sync, that's when you build trust, you create clarity, and you lay the foundation for real team synergy.
So I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about. Tomorrow, when you walk into your first meeting or jump on your first call, what is the one message your body language is going to send? Is it going to be confidence? Is it going to be openness? Engagement? The choice is entirely yours. And just making that choice consciously, that's the first huge step toward becoming a truly powerful communicator.